In this video, we're going to discuss the 4 ways to take title on a property: community property with right of survivorship, tenants in common, and joint tenancy with right of survivorship. When answering these questions on the state exam, the first question you ask yourself is, are the individuals buying the house married or not? Because that will eliminate 2 of the answers. The next question you ask yourself is, what happens when somebody dies? Now I'm going to show you some examples to help you understand the concept of the ways to take title. In this example, we have a lot of muffins here and 2 houses. The muffins represent individuals or couples that are going to buy these 2 homes. Now let's assume you have married couples. So when they're married, there's 2 options. It is community property or community property with right of survivorship. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a married couple and a married couple. Over to my right here, let's assume this married couple is going to take this home as community property. So what happens is if one of them dies. So let's assume this individual passes away. In the community property situation, their heirs get their part of the house. So now the remaining spouse owns this house with the other spouse's heirs. And now, obviously, they're not married. So now this means they are tenants in common. Over to my left, let's assume this couple here is going to buy this home as community property with right of survivorship. Let's assume one of the spouses dies. And in this situation, the remaining spouse gets the home all to themselves because it's community property with right of survivorship. In this example, I'm going to show you what happens when non-married people buy property together. You have 2 options: tenants in common and joint tenancy. Let's say these 4 muffins over here are going to buy this house as tenants in common. Great. So what happens when somebody dies? Let's say, for instance, this muffin here passes away. In tenants in common, this muffin's heirs will take their place. So now they have the property together. Now over to my left, let's assume these 4 muffins are going to buy this property as joint tenancy. Remember, joint tenancy always has right of survivorship, even though on a state question it might just say joint tenancy. So for this example, let's say this muffin passes away. The 3 remaining muffins keep the property, and so forth. Let's say this muffin passes away. Now the 2 remainder keep the property, and so forth. Now there's one more way to take title, in addition to the 4 we just went over. It's called severalty. This happens when a single person buys a home that is not married and does not have any friends. That's called severalty. This will conclude our video today, and I'll see you again soon.